Hi, welcome to another episode of Capitol Hill Life. Today we're going to meet Sally Brock, owner of Fancy Custom Jewelry Designs.
Fancy is located at 2921 East Madison in the Madison Valley, just off 29th and Madison. Right near Sen Nail Salon, so you can come get a manicure before you pick out your ring.
Oh, so you go home with a fresh manicure and
Fresh
a new
manicure,
ring?
Fresh jewels, have brunch at Cafe Flora. It's
that sounds
a lovely
like
little neighborhood.
That sounds like a really fun afternoon to me.
Exactly.
That would be, and then top it off with a fresh bottle of champagne when you get home.
Perfect, perfect. Hi, I'm Sally Brock. I'm the owner and designer of Fancy in Madison Valley. I've been making and designing jewelry for over 20 years, and I primarily use recycled materials, so recycled precious metals, gold, platinum, palladium, silver, but all 100% recycled, either from my refinery that specializes in recycled, or I directly melt down vintage and unworn pieces. Meltable jewelry can be redesigned and built into a new piece that fits, the current modern era. You get like the sentiment of the family jewels, but without having to have, the same style as grandma or the same finger size. So we kind of evaluate what they've brought in, like what type of metal it is, what type of stone. If it happens to be, a very amazing estate piece, I will negotiate with them to maybe think about reselling and making it out of new recycled metal, because some things are just too important to melt for the art world. But a lot of pieces I have no qualms with, redesigning, take out all the stones, look at a few designs I've already made and maybe add a few colored gemstones to make it a little more unique, updated, or, sometimes we use just what they brought in and make exactly that same volume into the new piece.
But like when you're making your own pieces, where do you find your inspiration to make your own pieces that you sell in the store?
Well, a lot of it comes from previous collaborations with clients. Like, it's really inspirational to hear other people's stories.
We were just talking briefly before we started that one client, it was their child's inspiration, what designed the jewelry that you made for them.
Yeah, she brought in her 11-year-old son, who had very, very definitive ideas about what his mother's new ring was going to look like. And we made drawings together and made sketches and came up with a really sophisticated design.
You also work a lot, I'm assuming, with people getting engaged, wanting to get married, and want their own custom pieces.
Exactly. And, there's a whole questionnaire about what you do for a living. Like, do you want to be able to wear this all the time? Are you a rock climber? Are you going to take it off when you go rock climbing? You always should. But yeah, getting to know the client and their preferences, and then we look at different metals, try on every single ring in the store. I really love the process of elimination. So you try on everything, and then it helps you to really define what you want.
What you like and what you don't like.
Yeah, a lot of it is kind of mind reading.
Your store is expanded now because you're not only jewelry, but you also have other artists here and pieces they make, correct?
I've always had jewelry and gifts, and I want to, bring everybody else along with me and inspire other artists to have a space where they can, share their work with other people. And I try to find artists who are independent. They're mostly women, mostly local, and who are kind of paying attention to where their materials come from.
I don't know if I would say it's a lost craft, but the fact that you've built up your tools and everything, and that you're actually handcrafting all of this, we don't see that much nowadays.
I have one artist, Shelly Markey, who I don't think she even uses power tools. Mm-hmm. All hand hammered, all hand sanded, very, very, very low tech. And there's just so many different levels until you get to something that is, 3D printed on a computer. And so this is kind of a lost art that I'm trying to keep around.
Well, you said you had an intern, which I loved hearing you have an intern.
An apprentice.
An apprentice that someone's learning.
Yeah.
Because I do think people are more and more, at least I am, I appreciate things that have been handmade. Because to me they're worthy. But then I love art. I love collecting unique individual pieces.
Yeah, well, a lot of my inspiration also comes from visual arts, other artists, museum shows, the artists I sell here.
I guess you never know when that inspiration will hit, but when it does, do you get like a warm fuzzy feeling of like, oh wow, I can see where this is gonna go with me?
Yeah,
to
it's
make
like
something.
a brain fire.
Mhm.
So this was one of my older designs. I think I made it about 18 years ago. But
Oh
it was
wow, it looks modern today.
based off of a 1950s billboard.
Oh, I
So you know
love
where
it.
they would have like the logo and then there would be a pattern section
Yes.
in the bottom?
Uh-huh.
I was on a trip somewhere, just like, oh, I'm making a whole series out of that pattern.
Well, that bracelet looks very modern today, so
Thank
it's
you.
beautiful.
And it's worn. I'm kind of surprised that it's kept its shape for so long when I wear it to hammer on other things.
Obviously, it's because you're a good artisan and it's a very strong piece.
Well, you know, I'm humble.
I just want to thank you so much for sharing with us today about your business, and I definitely am a fan of it. And I'm thinking of, you know, the few heirlooms I have of my father when he passed away that I might want to bring in here because I'm thinking it might be
Yeah, we
exciting.
can definitely come up with something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you
And,
so much.
I hope you have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Capital Hit Life. I'm Eric Robison, and if you think about buying or selling in your future, let me buy you a cup of coffee. I'd love to hear about your dreams.